So breathe in, pull the belly button to the ceiling, expand that balloon, and then take the breath into the lungs so that the rib cage is expanded sideways. We're filling the lungs with air as much as we can. Hold the breath slightly. And then as we exhale, as that belly button comes down, you're going to very gently give me a sphincter contraction. So a little bit of an anal contraction. Imagine you've got a straw sitting in the butt and you're very gently pulling water up that straw. And now release it. Now breathe in again, belly button to the ceiling. Expand that balloon. Then take the breath into the lungs. So expand them as much as you can. Pull that breath in, hold it at the top of the movement or the top of the breath. Then exhale, and as you exhale and pull the belly button down, just give me that sphincter contraction. Very gentle, pull the water up that straw. Just a gentle contraction. It's really, really non-aggressive. Very gentle. Hold on to it here and then release it. Okay, so it's a tiny little, it literally feels like it's just the anal muscles that are just doing a gentle pull. Okay, let's do it one more time. Breathe in. Take it into the lungs. Fill them up. Hold that breath for a second. Exhale. As you exhale, give me that little sphincter contraction. Pull the water up through the straw. And relax. Now my suggestion is that you do just that basic breathing with the slight sphincter contraction. I would do probably 10 times. First thing in the morning, last thing at night when you're in bed. And then what you want to do is maybe just practice switching the pelvic floor on and off. So independently of the breath, just do a sphincter contraction. So pull that water up with a straw. Okay, I'm just holding a pelvic floor contraction here. It's very slight. It's very non-aggressive. It's very gentle. And I'm going to release. Okay, and again, I'm pulling the water up through the straw. I've got a little bit of a contraction going. I'm just holding it. Nothing changes here, so there should be no abdominal movement at all. And release. Now my suggestion with pelvic floor is that you also practice the same action, maybe just seated. So whether you sit like this or any other position, and you're going to do the same thing. So you might want to practice just doing the belly breath. Then expanding it into the, I can't talk and do it at the same time, but basically you're going to be expanding the lungs, holding that breath, okay? So you've expanded the ribs, and then as you exhale, and as that belly button starts coming down, you're going to contract the pelvic floor very gently. And again, it's just, remember the pelvic floor is all the way around, and it's the sling, and there's loads of muscles there. So you just want it gently contracting as the breath comes out, and then you release, okay? So you want to practice it in this position, and then I would also just practice the basic pulling up the water through the straw. So I've contracted, but again, there's nothing happening in my abdominals. Now I release. You can see there's just no movement here. I'm contracting my pelvic floor, and I'm releasing pelvic floor. Okay, so practice it here too, because now it's a slightly more difficult position because you've got gravity fighting you. So you're also going to want to practice this in a standing position. So you could just do your belly breathing with the pelvic floor in the standing position, obviously a little bit more difficult now. Also practice just the independent pelvic floor. You could try this in this position as well, which is much harder because now you've opened up that pelvis, but you want to practice it in this position. So you've got lots of different options for getting it to switch on, to turn on.